says? No wonder he says everything I'm thinking.
Welcome to the Get Off My Lawn podcast. This is TJ. With me, as always, is the star of the show, Little S, very little. He obviously is the self-proclaimed talent. We're going to keep hitting that note until one of you guys agrees with him. My dad, Tom.
Well, currently 17,000 people already agree with me. That's why they're following me on various platforms.
17,000.
You know what I could do with 17,000 people? I could fill a small stadium. I could start a militia.
Why can't we sell some of our merch then? You want to fund a militia?
Well, I haven't really, been out there trying to take advantage of my audience just yet. But I'm coming.
We definitely need to start hitting that note pretty soon.
Yeah.
Today we're just going to jump in a quick, segment about the news going on in the world. USA baseball playing against Canada today, pretty big deal. Anytime we can beat Canada at something, we're happy about it. Iran, that's still going on. You said it was going to be quick. Here we are a week later, it's still happening. Oil prices through the roof. I mean, not good for me as a poor person. And then women's accomplishments since the last time we've talked. It's Women's History Month. I assume they've done something since last week. And
well, I've got something to say about all those topics.
But
I have my own topic first.
You have your own topic?
Yeah, I think that when we start, because we're testing this whole, what do you call them, podcast thing out, shouldn't you in the beginning have said where to find us and all the places we are online?
So that's actually, see, if you look at the sheet here, sponsor plug. We don't actually have any sponsors. So in that area, we were going to plug ourselves.
Started out
Considering this episode is sponsored by BarnDoor Innovations, which is us, figured we'd plug them all at the same time. So you can find us on TikTok, Pop said Get Off My Lawn, Facebook, Get Off My Lawn, and YouTube, BarnDoor Innovations. We're actually live on BarnDoor Innovations right now for anybody at home that wants to check us out. 8 people are already checking us out, so
and I didn't even tell my
to
friends.
the moon. You already told all your friends?
I didn't tell any of my friends.
That's not true. 8 people are here. The only people watching us are the people you know.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know a lot of people on YouTube. Hi. Anyway, okay, I get it. Yeah.
All right, so that was a quick, just little plug. Again, we have no sponsors. We would happily take any sort of sponsor if you're interested in this kind of content.
Yeah, when he says sponsor and says we and us, it's a kind of loose term. But go ahead.
Loose in what way? They're sponsoring me in particular? You in particular?
I'm writing the check.
Oh, okay. But again, we want other people to write those checks for us, so depends. Just the kind of products that he's using regularly. Nature's Made vitamins, those are huge. Just what other things old people use, we would love for you to sponsor us. You got any ideas, type of stuff you want sponsor-wise? You just want people to give us money, no particular brands?
No, I said my demographic's 55 and over, so whatever.
So yeah, it depends. If you're looking for
people 55 and over aren't automatically wet in their pants.
Depends.
They're not.
But
if it's a sponsor, I'll do what I gotta do.
Yeah, every cough, every sneeze is a worry once you hit that over 55.
All right, well, that is true. There's the cough and clinch, which there's a couple of videos on there already about that, my theory.
Yeah.
Right,
so jump right in. USA baseball. You watching any of it?
I watched a few innings. I was waiting for Judge to come up. Then he struck out. And then that was about it.
I mean, we're playing Canada today, so...
Yeah, well, I will watch it tonight because I think beating Canada again can only make us feel good.
Yep, I mean, Jack Hughes still riding high, so he's been doing all sorts of promos for Team USA Baseball, so hopefully we can...
He's a true patriot. Yeah, those guys, I hope they get $1 billion each.
$1 billion
$1
each?
billion in their careers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. In their
They came
careers. I was
home,
going to say, just you
they
win a
came
gold
home,
medal,
they,
you get
they
a.
said, "Yay, America," and they went out and fought hard, and they didn't give us any Megan Rapinoe crap.
I mean, that is true. It was the exact opposite of everything we've been seeing recently. So
Yeah, I mean, they should get a Wheaties box. She got one.
I mean, we're really shooting for the moon there.
Well, I mean, you asked me, so that's what I think.
I mean, this is supposed to be the best USA baseball team we put out there. Completely dropped the ball there against Italy, which if you're going to lose to somebody, you might as well lose to the Italians.
So we don't put our actual all-star team out there. We just
We got Aaron Judge, we got
know,
Bobby
we got a
Witt
couple of
Jr.,
guys.
we got Paul Skeens. We do have a pretty solid squad. We're just Mark DeRosa completely dropped the ball and didn't try in the last game, thinking he had already clinched a playoff spot. We had not, so it all came down to Italy thumping Mexico for us, which happened.
I'm learning just like all you. I did see it play with our shortstop. He's pretty good.
Bobby Witt Jr., best shortstop in
he
the
made
world.
a couple of outstretched up and throw it to first, like lickety split.
And he plays for the Royals, so nobody knows who he is.
I don't know. I haven't followed much of baseball since I left New York 12 years ago. And then you weren't around to, take you to all that stuff. So I kind of watch golf more. But
That sounds
go USA.
super boring, but yes, go USA. Speaking of USA, Iran, that's still going on.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's going on.
I thought it was supposed to be quick and easy.
It is quick.
Didn't people just die yesterday or the other day?
Well, that was a mid-air collision, an accident that happens all the time, all year, every year, all around this country and all over the world because our guys are always practicing, and every now and then something happens.
So obviously they weren't very good at practicing.
No, they've done 15,000 missions, and you got one accident, and they're all in their 20s, operating billions of dollars worth of equipment. So they don't have enough steak and lobster, in my view.
So they're operating billions of dollars worth of equipment and they're making mistakes. So I get a little bit more leeway when our microphones don't quite work the right way.
Look, you go fly at 30,000 feet with these other kids, and you refuel a jet, while you're up there. And if you make a mistake, I won't hold it against you.
I'm not going to do that because this is
I know.
actually much easier.
Right. So they get deference just for the amount of balls they have.
They have more than two?
Yeah, and they're bigger than everyone you know.
Wait, so I mean...
And they're bigger than everyone
So
you know.
the reason we're putting them in there is they're mutating.
No, they're brave.
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 Mm.
Yes.
It is brave to have an extra nut.
Are you done smacking the military?
No, not the
Kick your
military.
ass right here.
It's just, this is what I'm looking for. It's just the general
All right, so
upset.
he's not really that bad of an asshole. He's just trying to piss me off. So
Mission accomplished.
yeah, all right. We're good. You got another topic? What
I mean,
the whole war?
I mean, nothing else about Iran,
It's going exactly as planned. They're not going to be able to make a nut and a bolt when we're done. Every one of their factories, every one of their entire supply chain, and hopefully right at the end we start dropping leaflets and guns.
And guns?
Oh yeah,
Guns to the people that can rise up against.
Yeah, I envision little parachutes with AR-15s on them with 2 boxes of shells, and they all flying out of the sky, landing all over Tehran for the people.
Well, hopefully they're, going to go about that in a positive manner.
Well, no matter what, I don't care what they do. As long as we were not going to hear from them for many moons now. Remember Iraq? Used to be Iraq. You don't hear shit about Iraq for the last 10 or 15 years because...
Well, it only went for 10 or 15 years.
They were bombed into the Stone Age, and that's what we're doing with Iran. We're bombing them back to the Stone Age. We're not going to have to listen and worry about them shooting missiles and all these crap because they're barely going to be able to make a fork. So that's the idea there.
Do they use forks in Iran?
I don't know. I don't know if they're one of the ones that eat with their feet or what, but, I don't know. I don't care what goes on over there, actually. It's up to them. As long as they can't bother their neighbors or interrupt our, lives. Then
I would say the only thing I care about as far as what's going on over there is now the oil is super expensive. My gas is more expensive. I can't afford those.
I probably paid for that gas that he put in his car.
That's
but
not
anyway,
true.
But anyway, it's a short-term pain, and it's what the Democrats and the media need in order to try to downplay, the success that's going on in Iran. So like I said, they've had 15,000 missions. All they care about is that one bomb that might have went in the wrong place and hit a school. So all of those thousands of our kids that are out there fighting, they're just degrading them every day on the news by not championing all the success they have and just trying to pick the one mistake so they can go hang somebody. And the media is, I think, Trump, if you're listening, and I know you're not, don't call them CNN anymore. They are the Iranian News Network. From here on out, rename them the Iranian News Network. Whenever Carolyn has to call on somebody in the press room, IRR, or INN, go ahead. The Iranian News Network.
So basically what I got from all of that is Democrats are essentially an upset woman. No matter how many good things you do, stack them all up, they're going to focus on that one thing that you do wrong.
That's all they do every time. Unless it's their side in charge, then there's no stories.
So a Democrat is a woman, essentially, top to bottom, is what you're going with there.
Well, the majority, I would say 90% of them are. If they're men, they're still those beta guys. So, they haven't really made it over to the man side yet. So, yeah, pretty much all women.
I think that's a great transition. We haven't talked about National Women's History Month yet on this podcast. That was a pretty big topic last time. Have you noticed any accomplishments from the women out there in the last week or so?
Are you talking only about American women, or are you talking about women?
Just women. I feel like we should probably lump them all together just to give them the best shot.
Well, I think the 5 or 6 women that defected from the soccer team in Australia are pretty brave.
Defected? What do you mean they defected? Tell me about it.
This is where I educate my son on what the word defected means.
I know what defect means.
Well,
I want to know why they defected. What about the defection?
They're from Iran, number one.
Uh-huh.
So there's a good reason to defect. And then they were in Australia, another country, so they just had to outrun their handlers, and they could have freedom.
So they defected to Australia, not from Australia.
Well, yeah, I said they're Iranian soccer players.
You said that they defected from Australia, so that was where I was
the
really
word
from.
police,
to and from are very important when speaking about defection.
All right, him or her.
I'm going to defect from this conversation,
All right, he or she. What, other than that, I think the Iran thing's going great, and it's just the media has something to argue about right now. Then Trump's going to declare victory in a week or two. The ships are going to be moving through the strait again. He's going to become Lloyd's of London, the United States is, and going to drop them out of business because he's going to create an insurance company to insure all those ships, and then our military will be paid in order to keep the oil flowing. So when Democrats bitch, it's only going to come back and bite them again later because they're going to look they look, I don't know how much stupid you could look, but they look even more stupid.
And he, for our audio people out there who could not see that entire gesture, he's wearing a t-shirt that says, "I have PTSD. Pretty tired of stupid Democrats." So the Walmart bin loved this purchase.
This was not from Walmart.
Where was it from?
Custom purchase.
Custom purchase? You made this shirt?
No, a friend of mine gave it to me, and he ain't no Walmart guy.
And so he made this decision. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
well,
got me a gift.
I love your shirt.
It's a gift.
I love your shirt.
What better place to show off this gift than to the world?
You're a gift to the world.
Now everybody's starting to see that.
Well, listen, we got like 8-10 more minutes of this first segment here. 10 minutes. So again, this is brought to you.
All the topics.
Yeah, we covered them. This is brought to you by BarnDoor Innovations. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Facebook. Find us on TikTok. Pop said, "Get off my lawn." We are here at the Voices from the Balcony radio, recording podcast number 2 of the Get Off My Lawn podcast. we already ripped through all of our topics. So why don't you just tell us a story?
Tell us a story.
Yeah. All he does is think about himself all the time, so there's probably a really good idea or story just rattling around in there.
Well, I told you one of them, they had those little parachutes of AR-15s and bullets and have them all land on...
topical. You got another one hanging out upstairs?
I mean...
On the spot. This is where wittiness and just like general...
Well, I'm still waiting for the copyright for the book I wrote.
This has nothing to do with the story. This is just complaints.
I'm telling a story about how I wrote a book a couple months ago and finished it.
A couple months ago. You wrote it in February.
To get it online. Get
1
it
month ago.
And get it all promoted and everything. And then it's just been a copyright issue ever since that he says.
He wants immediate results because of the work that I put in.
That's another good story. I like immediate results instead of just bullshit that I keep getting.
Dead air. That's what I'm getting.
Oh, I forget. Some people can't see me.
Right.
That's sad.
There are people out there that just don't get to see you. You gotta win them over with your linguistic skills here.
I mean, you really think this was your plan? To just put me on the spot here and say, talk about something?
Yeah, I wanted to see everybody hear how clever you are.
Well, I'm really excited about the Players tournament this weekend. I did go play golf yesterday and specifically got a course that had an island green that would look like 17 in Sawgrass. And
where was that?
The drop zone after I hit it.
Which golf course are we referring to?
Long Bay.
Long Bay where? Where are we right now? I don't know.
It's in Long, South Carolina, and we're here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Because if you don't know the topics we're supposed to say, you probably don't know where we are. We're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Did you? Are you playing golf this weekend?
No, I can't because it's sold out. Every course I checked yesterday, you can't get on until about 2 in the afternoon. So we're in the middle of golf season here in Myrtle Beach. The planes are coming in fast and furious. America's spending their dollars, their recreational travel dollars here. So I'm very excited about that. You said something else.
We have 17,000 regular followers, and he can't get a tee time on a Saturday in Myrtle Beach. That seems not so cool.
Look, it's 2 days in advance. It's partly my fault. You know, this is this time of year where you've got to make your tee times 4 to 5 days in advance.
So failure to prepare is preparing to fail.
Well, I was prepared for when I played Monday. I was prepared when I played yesterday. I didn't know if I could play tomorrow until I got the go-ahead last night because I have to check with someone at my house. And once I went online and was bummed.
So you should just, are you able to schedule these and then cancel afterwards? Or once you schedule it, you're stuck with it? Because wouldn't it just be more...
No, you can cancel all the time because they got so many people that'll, take your spot in a heartbeat.
So like every Sunday night, you should just go ahead and book yourself a week's worth of stuff.
Well, it's not quite how it works, Junior.
You just said you can cancel at any time.
Right. So it's because I'm in a prime times thing. I don't know if you want me to get into all that on here, but I joined a club. It's $550 a year. It's got 21 courses in it, and I can make those tee times at those 21 courses up to 5 days in advance.
Listen, I got 5 more minutes of this. Why don't you tell us what club that is?
Prime times?
Yeah, what is it?
It's like a club that everybody pays.
Like a membership type fee.
Right. So when the guy behind me is from out of town and it cost him $240 to play the round at Grand Dunes, like I did the other day, I played with a couple. They spent $480 to play golf. My buddy and I each paid $95, but I got mine for free because I had so many points available in my club.
So you're able to earn points
every time you play and pay. You get points, and then so every third or fourth round is free.
Can you transfer any of these points to the people that you're with, or
no.
They're all yours?
They're all mine. So when I go play the real nice courses, I use the points. Which even the second middle tier courses are way better than any course I had back home. So
back home's where?
Upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Well, obviously Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is going to have better courses than upstate New York.
Yeah, like I said, even our middle tier courses are better than the ones back home.
All of
The
them.
good ones. Yeah, no doubt. But you told me to pick something. I'm thinking about golf. I was watching golf.
I have no issues. I honestly need like 3 more minutes.
For golf, if you're on my TikTok shop, Piss Missile Golf Products, which is a euphemism for something else. But it's cool yellow glove. I've been using it like the last 6 times I played. It's not ripped yet, so that's good. And people keep asking me, why you got that yellow glove? So if you suck at golf, you're not going to get any better. Just get some stuff to make people talk. I also have my Trump head covers. And another couple came up and said, can we take a picture next to your clubs? Like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So all you northerners, when you come down, you see a guy with a red bag, Trump head covers on it. That's me. And yes, you can take a picture with my clubs.
You know, it's unfortunate that his memory isn't what it used to be. I did tell him the last time we were here to bring that glove with him so we could make a little promo out of this whole thing and save us some time. But he made us a promo minus the visual aid that we need.
Trust me, it looks like piss.
Trust him. It looks like piss. I think you need to drink more water. Because if your piss looks that green color, we have...
It was yellow.
It's like a highlighter green, yellow type thing.
No, it's yellow.
It's very, very bright.
Yeah. Well, now it's got some... I need new grips, if you need to know that, too. And so the piss is not as clear in the palm. Because it's dirty.
Oh,
the glove's
right.
dirty
Okay.
now. All right?
Gotcha.
So I can't do a video on how cool the glove is because it's dirty because I didn't go get new grips yet.
Well, if you ever get to a point where your piss is not clear, I think we need to go to the doctor.
Right after I take my methylene blue, usually.
That's true. You did say you had bright blue piss one time.
The first couple times I took it, yeah.
That's just awesome. Listen, we're going to cut this segment here. When we come back, though, we're going to have a little You Know What Sucks segment, which if you follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, you know he thinks most stuff sucks.
There's like 200 videos of stuff sucking.
119 videos, to be exact, of You Know What Sucks on our TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. So check those out there, and we're going to roll back in and run into
And listen, if you guys have topics that are way better than the one he's choosing, I'm open to suggestions.
I'm also open to suggestions because this is straight winging it, start to finish. We'll be back for the next segment of You Know What Sucks.
You know what sucks?
Welcome back to the Get Off My Lawn podcast. We are jumping right into You Know What Sucks. We stacked up a lot of You Know What Sucks videos out there. We're going to try not to do any reruns here. But we are going to, just check in with Dad. It's been a while since he made one of these You Know What Sucks videos. So, what sucks?
What sucks? Nothing. Everything's pretty good. Life's pretty good, But I'm supposed to be angry. And, I'm never really angry on Fridays, so we should do this on Mondays. But anyway, the news really is the only thing that pisses me off lately, the liberal news.
Liberal news? The right news is good, but the liberal news is no good?
No, real news is fine. It's the propaganda that I hate.
Yeah, it is very much propaganda, and they're layered throughout pretty much every level of media.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand how they can be so anti our service members all the time, especially when they're out fighting.
And you don't like it when people are anti-service members?
No, not at all. Makes me angry.
And you think because of the last segment, I'm going to get some backlash because of my stance against you in regards to service members?
Well, yeah, you're trying to tweak me.
So you know what sucks? The youth's willingness to just throw shade at whoever they want in order to get views on the internet. That's not what's happening here. I genuinely don't like them.
No, there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be any shade thrown on our service guys, especially right now while they're in action.
I think shade over their head is important.
Incredibly disrespectful for the way the media is acting. But, they're always for the other person.
Well, it's theater. They're all looking for views, and they know that reality TV is what sells, and they need to throw a little flavor in the reality we live in.
I mean, how many They're just anti-American. Everything is anti-American.
Well, yeah, that's what they pitch, is that America's bad, everybody else is good, we should be more like everybody else, and not vice versa, even though everybody else is trying to be like us.
And it's unfortunate, but I think it goes back to the universities. They suck. Universities suck. You send your kid to college right now, you're an idiot, you know, because unless they're going to be a dentist, to be a doctor, then, you know, that's the only reason anybody should go to college. But to go and get a liberal arts degree, wow, that is about the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You're better off going to work at Dollar General. You get more out of it.
In the 2020s, do you know who has made the largest collective of donations to universities?
Probably the government.
Whose government?
Our government.
Swing and a miss, try again.
I don't know who donates to universities.
The number one donor to universities in the 2020s is the Chinese government, with $8 billion going to universities in America.
Oh, yeah, nothing to see here.
They're not after any sort of agenda or anything like that.
No, that must be totally innocent.
Yeah, so I wonder why all these kids are being churned out with these communist views. Oh, it's almost like the people cutting the checks are literal communists.
I wish the federal government would stop paying anything towards college. But Trump don't want to do it because it'll, you know, that's millions of people that won't work anymore. That's the only reason he's not doing it, because he doesn't want the education of the university system to collapse. But
because it's huge business. The amount of money that they make off ignorant 18 and 17 and 18-year-olds is huge business. So you can't stop federal aid when so many kids are being forced to pay thousands of dollars before they're smart enough to decide.
Well, they're not being forced.
Their
parents are telling them to do it.
Right, they're being forced by their parents. So you won't be successful.
And these high school teachers and guidance counselors, they're the worst too. I mean, they used to be, the university is indoctrinating all these kids. These kids are pre-indoctrinated before they even get to 12 years old. Before they get to high school, they're already indoctrinated. The whole education system sucks.
So you know what sucks? The entire education system in America.
It needs to be rethought from scratch. Certain kids are smart at one thing. Certain kids are smart at another thing. They all got to go towards what they're good at.
So a bigger emphasis on trade schools and things like that.
Yeah, and whatever their abilities are, they should go in that direction. Right now, you put all of them, the smart ones, the dumb ones, all of them in one, and you're trying to shove them all in the same place. Doesn't work.
For all those kids who do not have any abilities, straight up, or just asking for a friend, what are you going to do with them?
What do you mean? Say it again?
You said kids that have certain abilities should be grouped together and put into a certain school.
Yes, guys.
So what are about those kids that just don't have any abilities?
They have abilities.
Start to finish. They're just...
That's wrong. That's the thinking that's wrong right there. Every kid has an ability. Every person has an ability. They're just not being allowed to follow their ability. So the whole statement, what are you going to do with a group of kids that have no ability, is wrong, because every kid has something. And the schools don't care what it is.
I don't know. I kind of disagree. We are in the iPad generation of kids that are coming up, teenagers and such. Their only ability is looking at a screen and going.
That's again the parents. No kid should be allowed to touch a device until they're 16. You know, there should be no such thing as tablets or cell phones that have screens and internet for any kid under 16.
What did you get Trey for Christmas?
Well, Trey's a different story. He's handicapped. What the fuck are you bringing him up for? That's stupid. Another stupid thing I got to deal with. He needs a tablet. He's nonverbal autistic. That's how he communicates.
So there are certain exceptions that can be made.
Yes, I'm sorry. If you're handicapped and unable to understand what I'm saying, you shouldn't have a tablet.
You shouldn't be watching this podcast either.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
I can't believe you brought up Trey. It's not the...
I get to do whatever I want. He's my son.
No, I know, but has no context to what I'm talking about.
You said kids. There shouldn't
Ordinary,
be
regular, everyday kids that don't have special needs.
Just want to make sure you're not holding the world to a standard that you're not willing to uphold.
I'm willing to build a 1980ville, and every kid has to go there for 3 months before they're allowed to move on.
And what happens there?
Huh?
What happens there?
You have 3 channels. You got bologna, you got Wonder Bread, and you got water out of a hot hose. And that's it. You got one phone line. It's attached to the wall. And if you're on it and other people call, there's a busy signal. And you have no idea who's calling. When you pick it up, it's Russian roulette. Could be a bill collector. Could be your ex. Could be a lot of things.
Will there be like a Atari there?
I mean, I don't know. I think that's the rich kids had that. So, no.
So not even Pong or nothing?
There should be no reason to stay. Actually, it should be mandatory that you need to leave the house around 7:30.
In the morning.
That's what happened.
Stay out until the lights come on in the street?
Correct. And you figure it out. Because that's what happened. The parents are going to work. They didn't want to leave you inside all day. It was going to be sunny. They don't want you messing with the fridge. Out.
So this is like a 3-month concentration camp for kids?
No, they're not being taught anything. They just got to survive.
So they have to be taught how to survive in 80s world.
Without devices, and be patient, and to critically think. When we were little, we left the house, and we figured out how to get in trouble, how to stay out of trouble, what kind of trouble to make, and how to get out of stuff. You critically thought. Kids today have no critical thinking whatsoever.
And who's to blame for that?
My generation for giving the technology to the kids.
And honestly, if you really think about it, your generation's to blame for pretty much all this shit we're going through.
Not really. I mean, none of the kids are holding up their end of the bargain. So, none of the kids are realizing, we should go a different way. No, they're coloring their hair blue and purple and putting, whatever that thing is on their nose.
A septum ring. It's the easiest way to know not to talk to a girl. Septum ring.
I know. I had somebody who was nice to me the other day, and they had one of those rings in the back of my mind. I'm like, you fucking idiot. But
whatever drink you had, it had spit in it, that's for sure.
And she was nice, though.
It's tax season. Anything suck about taxes?
Not really. I don't consider tax season. I haven't considered it in 15 years or so. I haven't had a refund in probably 20, 25 years. I'm a payer.
Right. Doesn't that suck? The fact that there's a bunch of people out there getting refunds, but you actually have to pay.
I mean, I'm so conditioned for it, that it is what it is. If you want to be in business for yourself, then you're going to pay. And I've been paying for a long time. And, I can't even remember getting a W-2 and running to the tax man to hurry up and get a return. That's how long it's been. It's probably longer than 30 years.
Isn't it insane how many different things we're paying taxes on, though?
Yeah, it's crazy. And they sneak them in through your utility bills, your cell phone bills, all that stuff is where they sneak them in every time you purchase something. Well, so yeah, at least half your money goes to taxes. But they keep electing Democrats, and they're the ones who want to tax you. So,
I mean, inheritance tax, property tax, everything's got a tax, top to bottom. I mean, in Virginia, they want to tax you if you use your the snowblower. They want to tax you if you're
a dog walker.
Your dog walker. They want to tax you for.
They deserve it. You Virginia, you're getting exactly what you deserve. You voted a Democrat in, and look what happened. The minute she got in, she turned super Democrat. So you all got snookered. You were all told you had a great Winsome Sears. So what? She didn't have pizzazz or whatever. She was smart, can run something. You guys blew it. So now you suffer. I could care less about Virginia. It's a speed trap state anyway, like New York. New York's another one. Crash and burn, baby. We ain't gonna feel the same way.
It certainly looks like New York's on the way to crashing and burning. Virginia, it's more comedy than anything, just hearing about all of the new legislation they're trying to drop on their people there. It's like they want everybody to leave as quick as possible.
It's on purpose. It's designed that way. We've talked about that. It's designed that way so that they could have one party rule. Everybody wonders, like, why is he doing such a bad job? And he's the king of U-Haul and all this. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. Then they can't lose an election. Isn't Newsom Nancy Pelosi's nephew? All these people, they have family domination of your state. And it's all been on purpose. You had Lee Zeldin for New York, a rock star, a bona fide rock star to run your state. And you picked that woman. I hope you pay $8 a gallon for gas. I hope you do. I hope you're bankrupt soon.
Give me that take, and then you know what sucks for, man, so I can cut it up and put it on the internet.
You know what sucks?
Yeah. That was it.
Cut that out. And cut it together. Mash it up. But it's 100% true. All these California, everybody thinks they're leaving because he did a bad job. They're leaving because it's on purpose. Same with New York. But I would like Trump to put a map of the USA up, have a press conference, and show where all the new factories are going. And so that all those damn blue states can see that, we're not getting any of those. Kentucky's got 4 or 5 that are broke ground on. All these other states got all these factories breaking ground and going to be built. And the blue states got nothing.
And, I mean, at a certain point, you have to wonder why they keep on voting for Democrats.
Because they've never signed the front of a check before. They just sign the back. And there's a lot of fraud going on. And the voting is screwed up. Because it's one party rule, the voting's all rigged. That's why they're fighting so hard to not have the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act is to keep them from cheating, and they don't want to do it so they can cheat. That's the only reason. And then the people will still vote for them in those states, so I have no more sympathy. Like I said before, when a woman gets thrown in front of a subway, I used to be like, oh, that's so sad. Now I'm like, she probably voted Democrat, Whatever.
One less.
Whatever.
One less about that.
I mean, how many times got to happen before they do anything? They don't do anything.
Well, it's because they don't actually research any of their own opinions. They're told cut and dry, these are what we care about, and it'll change next year. But today, this is what it is.
It's again goes all the way back to the lack of critical thinking.
It's the low IQ party.
Yeah, and they did that to your generation. Our teachers did. Like my peers that are teachers, I wonder what the hell you've been doing all these years. Because the product definitely isn't good. So, it's our generation, and we're the ones that screwed the kids up. Because, not me.
Yeah, no, don't let them walk it back. This is one of the best segments we've had so far.
No, but it's my generation, right. The flock of teachers, they're all about to retire. They are the reason that this country's in the shithole. And the kids don't have ambition, and they hate their country, and it's all because of teachers, radical teachers. The colleges pumped out these teachers, and now they're all lonely, they're mostly single, and they hate the world, and they hate those kids, and they teach them to hate just like everybody else.
That's 100% true.
I know.
Yep.
I know. Because of critical thinking, and none of that group, your group, we got some good ones on our side, but
school in general is not the goal. Is not to create critical thinkers. It's to create, this is what it is. Now you think this way.
Yeah, it's just to make voters.
It's daycare. That's all it really is daycare and brainwashing. That's pretty much the gist.
I heard back home to Westmoreland and Oriskany are trying to put their schools together so they could have a sports program.
Because
they don't have any kids anymore, But it's on purpose. They've been getting rid of us conservatives from up there on purpose for 10, 15 years now. And they won't ever lose an election again. So there is no more hope in New York or Virginia or California.
Unless you're a Yankees fan, we're very hopeful this year. We're pulling for them. Knicks are playing great basketball. Hopefully they can get over the hump this year. Outside of sports, there's no hope.
Really, yeah. The Yankees and Bills are all I got left from New York, and a bunch of cool cousins.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the Bills quite yet. The draft's coming out. Free agency was kind of so fingers crossed that it looks better than it does on paper.
Now, if you love me, but you're a little iffy about him, just comment something shitty about the Bills. That'll get to him.
The worst decision anybody could make, if you were to look at all of our content, is to make a negative comment in our comments, because there's this asshole that comes around and he'll just tear you to pieces, calling you gay, asking, how many moms you have because there's no way you had a dad, stuff like that. So don't comment negative in there unless you really want the flames coming back at you.
Yeah, if you don't have a tough constitution, you shouldn't go online spouting your opinions or whatever.
Especially at us, because...
Well, we don't care. We don't care. I don't work for anyone. Nobody can do anything to me. So bring it on. But unfortunately, there's not more of me out there. I wish there were.
Speaking of, cancel culture is pretty much gone now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I want it reversed.
You want it reversed?
Yeah, we need our turn.
Where we cancel them?
Yes.
Don't you feel like they're canceling themselves pretty hard?
Well, yeah, that's the first thing they do is eat their own.
Yeah.
Even with the Me Too, look at all the people that went down. They were all big-time liberals, so that was fun. But no, I wouldn't mind canceling a few myself.
And honestly, as far as the canceling themselves, they're getting really good at it recently. I mean, over the last few months, remember when they used to say the right was Nazis? Remember that? That was a pretty common thing. Well, now all the liberals do is hate on Jewish people, nonstop, start to finish. They're pretty adamant about them being terrible people.
Whatever they're screaming about, they're doing. Whatever they're accusing us of doing, they're doing. When it was Russia, they were working with Russia. He had nothing to do with it. Whatever they're doing, now they call everybody a pedophile on the right. All the people arrested and booked are pedophiles on the left. Everybody in the Epstein thing is freaking left wing. So they've owned the whole pedo thing forever, and now they're trying to say conservatives, but we all know it's not true. Because you're the ones keep freeing them.
Yep.
We don't free any of them.
Anytime there's a vote there was a vote to release the undoctored
that guy
report.
in California.
That guy got shut down pretty hard.
Yeah, because the right said something about it. If the right didn't know. I read a thing this morning nobody knows about. It happened in early February. This black dude saw a white family walking on the street. He went, ran them all over, took out a shotgun, and executed the 3-year-old white baby right in front of the parents. Google it. It happened. It's right on there. But the media, nobody talks about it because they weren't the colors weren't switched. So, and I Googled it and read it all before I came here too, because I saw a meme about it. I'm like, is that true? Sure enough, it absolutely happened in Michigan about a month ago.
Yeah, the tides are turning though. If you're paying attention to the NBA at all, there's a white wave coming. So you never know.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. My point was that the media just sucks. They're so evil.
The tides are turning. I mean, we got Cooper Flag out there, so
I have no idea who you're talking about. I don't know. The
world's a completely different
last
place.
basketball player I knew about was Bird and that Jordan dude.
Yeah, I mean, close.
Oh, Magic, he was good too.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched a game probably since 2000-ish.
Speaking of the white wave, you heard they're starting to ban people speaking on speakerphone in public?
On airplanes, there's one airline that's doing that. I don't care. I never do that in public anyway.
I hear it all the time. If you go to the grocery store, you're guaranteed to hear a loud, obnoxious conversation in public.
The only times I see people do that is I'll make sure the other person can hear me too. Say something rude and keep walking by. But I don't really run into that too much because I don't go to grocery stores and I don't go to the malls. I did go to Walmart the other day for the first time in probably 3 years.
The one over on Seaboard there, rearranging the whole thing. It's going to be a new Walmart apparently.
So I went, this is a true story. I was leaving Walmart and I never go to those places. and there was a woman on the corner with a sign wanting money. And then I went to Burger King because I hadn't been to Burger King in forever, and I wanted a chicken sandwich. And I ordered it, and I pull up, and there's a nice young lady in there, and she goes, "Look, Dow, your chicken sandwich is $6.87, but we got this 2 for $5 deal, so you're getting it for $5 and you're getting an extra sandwich." I thought, I'm sweet. I told her. I asked her if she was hungry. She said no. It's okay. So I took the extra sandwich and I drove all the way back to Walmart and gave it to that lady on the corner that had to sign up.
It's very not get off my lawn of you.
Well, I'm not really an asshole, but, I can be.
Yeah, stop telling people that this is a character that we created, this whole get off my lawn guy, because this is you.
I've had enemies for my whole life.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't just start saying stupid shit.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Before we do, you know what sucks? The NBA and Bam Adebayo. 83 points. Cool. Passing Kobe. You had to foul to get there. You had to foul the other team just to get more chances at the free throw line. So, you're trash. That's the end of the Get Off My Lawn podcast today. Thank you for joining us for both segments.
Well, also, we have our other channel that's coming up, the Selling Sales, the book that's going to be coming out. We're going to be doing a podcast with other salespeople around the country. So if you're in sales, you've been in sales a while, and you think, it'd be cool to do a podcast and talk about it, we are going to just have a strictly sales-oriented podcast and there's millions of salespeople out there, so we're trying to get them all together.
Thank you very much, BarnDoor Innovations, the Get Off My Lawn podcast. Thank you very much, Voices from the Balcony, for having us, and we'll see you next Friday.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Get Off My Lawn podcast, brought to you by BarnDoor Innovations. We thank Voices from the Balcony Radio for the broadcast time. Follow us on social media at Pop Said, Get Off My Lawn on TikTok, Get Off My Lawn on Facebook, and BarnDoor Innovations on YouTube. This was a BarnDoor Innovations production.